financially mostly, from what I see. Because it's all about everyone wants to be a big shot, but they got to pay the price. They have to know how to handle defeat.
If I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference, almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. Let's say he comes in at 200 pounds. It's still a 65-pound weight advantage, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Happened with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight.
Mike Tyson isn't holding back on Jake Paul's latest bold claim about beating Gervonta "Tank" Davis. The former heavyweight champion, known for his brutal honesty as much as his devastating punches, ripped into Paul after the YouTuber-turned boxer suggested he could defeat one of the sport's most dangerous fighters today. Tyson, who has been both supportive and critical of Jake's boxing journey, made it clear that stepping into the ring with a pound-for-pound talent like Davis is no laughing matter. He didn't mince words in reminding Jake of the vast gap between internet stardom and true boxing greatness.
Jake Paul and Joshua was getting closer and closer for January. However, there have been rumours of Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul in the past. I think with Gervonta Davis, there's kind of legal problems in the last month or so and rumours of retirement. I don't think it's a massive shock he's taking this Jake Paul fight because he's going to go ahead, purely for the reason that it's a lot of money for maybe not a job that he's going to have in his career. So it's a strange one, but yeah, it's just another.
The matchup between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis is scheduled for November 14th at the CASSA Center in Miami, Florida. The fight was originally planned for Atlanta, but was relocated after the Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission raised concerns about the significant weight difference between the two fighters.
Oh my days. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Is this real? This can't be real. Because he was talking about fighting Joshua, which is heavyweight. And now he's saying about fighting Tank. Nah, this can't be. It's Netflix as well. I need to go and do some checks and see if like the main pages have posted this. But Jake Paul's posted it. It says Friday, November 14th. It's in Atlanta, State Farm Arena. This is random, no?
Jake Paul enters a fight with a record of 12 wins, including 7 by knockout and just 1 loss. He has transformed his influencer fame into a serious boxing career, building momentum through high-profile crossover bouts and strategic business ventures.
So fucking insecure. Kind of lost myself in the whole entertainment world. And so when I found boxing, it gave me that like routine, that discipline. I got to like take time for myself in these boxing camps. And every day for training, I had to like meditate. Boxing gave me the ability to like reflect on myself and like realizing who I was and who I wanted to be, and that helped me mature. You get addicted to that validation from others, and that's something that I realized that I had to face. And why do so many people want clout? I'm not good enough. I need followers. I need likes. It's driving a lot of our generation because they're
Mike Tyson, who has already shared a ring with Jake Paul, has reportedly urged caution as Paul prepares for a showdown with Gervonta Davis. Tyson understands firsthand the pressure and intensity of facing Paul, but he also recognizes the serious danger of stepping in against a fighter as skilled and explosive as Davis. While Paul may have size and youth on his side, Tyson believes Tank's speed, technical mastery, and knockout power make him a formidable threat regardless of the weight difference. His warning reflects concern that Paul might be underestimating the risks Davis presents. For Tyson, the matchup may generate massive attention, but he emphasizes that Jake must weigh his legacy against the very real physical dangers of this fight.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it. After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport. After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win. But nah, I could tell you my fights.
Who do you think will win between Jake Paul and Gervonta?
But I don't know. It should be Gervonta, right? But the weight size and everything, we'll see. If fun entertainment.
Eddie Hearn has voiced serious concerns about Jake Paul's fight with Gervonta Davis, insisting that it's far more than just a spectacle. He warns the matchup could be dangerously uneven in terms of size, risk, and safety, leaving Paul at risk of real physical damage. While Hearn acknowledges the massive financial incentives and public interest surrounding the bout, he believes a mismatch could result in Paul taking a brutal beating, potentially derailing future plans, including a possible fight with Anthony Joshua. He admits the commercial appeal is enormous, but stresses that sometimes the danger is too real to ignore. Though he gives the fight a 50-50 chance, Hearn's underlying message is clear. In this clash, Paul is risking much more than his record. His health and well-being are truly on the line.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's a top dog. There's no doubt about it. He's showed that. But he's a pretty good fighter. That's what I saw him fighting.
Carl Froch argued that in the professional boxing world, this matchup would never be licensed due to the high level of risk. He noted that Davis has never faced an opponent with Jake Paul's size and power, warning that even a single heavy punch, especially one thrown with full force or from the hip, could cause serious damage.
Gervonta's going to fight Jake Paul. He's going to fight Jake Paul in November, and then we'll see what happens. If there's an AJ fight, be interested to go from Gervonta Davis to Anthony Joshua. But I don't think the Chavez fight is terrible. I think it's a smart bit of business.
I think it's extremely dangerous for Jake Paul. You know, I've got the general feedback is boxing world saying, please, AJ, go in and evaporate this young man from the boxing world so we can all get on as normal. You've got Jake Paul fans thinking bizarrely they can beat Anthony Joshua. And the most bizarre thing out of everything is that Jake Paul genuinely believes he will beat Anthony Joshua. I think it's the only reason we're going to see this fight. But I truly believe you're going to see it at the beginning of 2026.
Although Froch acknowledges that Davis has the technical skill, movement, and pacing to control portions of the fight, he doubts whether Davis possesses enough power to decisively hurt Paul. Still, Froch maintains that Paul's unnatural weight advantage makes the matchup inherently dangerous.
I don't really take Jake Paul that serious. He can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. Swings away, stands up straight, and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, he just so much wrong. Everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got leaky defence. He telegraphs his punches. Like, you put him in with someone his own size, who's a professional, it's a mismatch. And you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him, he's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level. And then from British title to world level, it's like different worlds.
Meanwhile, unlike many critics, Chael Sonnen doesn't believe the matchup is as mismatched as people assume. On his YouTube channel, he stated, "It's not as bad a fight as you guys think," distinguishing from the previously rumored Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua clash. However, Sonnen highlighted a key issue. Gervonta Davis doesn't know how to sell fight. He argued that Tank struggles to promote or hype a matchup, whether it's a title bout or a main event, making the spectacle less compelling from a marketing perspective.
Press conference, and he shit himself, and the fight was just absolutely fucking diabolical. Again, I've said before, he's not a professional boxer. He never will be, and he proved time and time again that he's not a professional fighter. So, Jake Paul, go on, please say so.
Joe Rogan has consistently defended Jake Paul's credibility in the boxing ring, arguing that most criticisms stem more from Paul's celebrity background than his actual skills. He highlights that Paul has shown solid performances with clean technique, noticeable power, and effective offense, noting that nothing about his fights so far appears staged or fundamentally flawed. Rogan believes that even Paul's early critics are now beginning to recognize his legitimacy as a boxer.
Just here at Los Naranjos in Viva, España, and I found out that Gervonta Davis is now fighting Jake Paul. So Jake Paul was supposed to be fighting AJ. Eddie Hearn announced 99% done, which we just spoke about. What's next for AJ? Potentially Jake Paul. But it now looks like Jake Paul is fighting one of Anthony Joshua's legs. He's fighting Gervonta Davis, somebody who's a quarter of his size. I don't even know what's going on. Has Eddie Hearn been played? Let me know what you think. But the AJ fight with Jake Paul's finished. Gervonta Davis, fake Paul, November, I don't know what's going on in the world of boxing. This is an absolute joke. What next for AJ? We'll get into this, and there's so many questions I want to get into in the next episode, but hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick update because the news has just come in, and I'm just trying to relax and play a bit of golf, and I can't. Got to get it off my chest. I'm going to add it to this video. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit like, share, and subscribe to the best channel in the business, Froch on Fighting, and we'll see you very soon.
Critics argue that Jake Paul's recent actions, including his win over 58-year-old Mike Tyson, reflect a troubling pattern in his boxing career. Many see his decision to fight an aging legend as more of a spectacle than a true test, raising doubts about his dedication to the sport. Notable voices like Froch have dismissed Paul's performance as lacking real skill, claiming his success relies more on entertainment value than athletic ability. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest updates.